It's charming, it's rural, but it's still a beach town. Welcome to a town on the North Shore that feels like it's a world away, Waialua. Waialua is Haleiwa's neighbor. This is a place of pristine beaches, it's uncrowded, rolling green pastures, very relaxing, very friendly. Some of the best and most laid-back people were born and raised here. Behind me is the old Waialua sugar mill. Now this was the last remaining sugar plantation on the island, which closed its doors in 1996. Hard to believe that was 30 years ago. And although this sugar plantation is closed down now, there's actually Waialua coffee mill, the North Shore soap factory, there's a surf shop in here. So we're gonna take a look around. Now this community is made up of homes that are more modest in pricing. Mostly local residents live here and those that are descendants of the sugarcane workers from years ago. Food options in Waialua, not really, but there is a bakery that we locals love so much. It's a twist on Portuguese and Filipino treats. It's called Paalaa Kai Bakery. It's actually Paalaa Kai, but we just say Paalaa Kai. They have these things called snow puppies. We're gonna go get one right now. This is definitely one of those places that you have to stop if you're driving by, not just because it's the only place, but because it is totally worth it. Now, Waialua is isolated, but it's not inconvenient like Haleiwa. So in terms of convenience, there's really not much here, but you are better off going up to Mililani town or to Waialua to get things at Walmart or to go eat fast food rather than going into Haleiwa town because you do get a lot of tourist traffic through there. Waialua is home to about 90% of the North Shore's condo options, many of which are on the beach in this block that we like to call the Cement City. Now, a one-bedroom is going to cost you around $800,000 to $900,000. Short-term rentals used to be pretty lucrative here until the law changed it to 30 days, but there are still people who come here and spend a month at a time. They come back at the same time every year, along with other people they know, kind of creating this tight-knit community. You'll notice there's not a whole lot of beach here, which is also causing some complications for homes that are beachfront. There's been some erosion, there's some legislation in place addressing that. For a deeper dive on that, check out our blog at dwellhawaii.com or get in touch with us. Right now we're on Crozier Drive. Now this is really where you get to practice your friendliness skills. It's a narrow street and if there's a car coming, you have to move on the side and they have to do that for you, but that's what comes with living on Crozier. Most of the beachfront homes are along this street. You'll find that they are far less expensive than what you'll find in Haleiwa. Prices top out around $3.5 to $4.5 million. Now most of the homes in Waialua are more inland and the average price of the entire city is about $1 million to $1.5 million. Also, you can own acreage here or ag land. A lot of that's very available. You can even live off-grid. One small thing to note, public sewer is very rarely available here. If you have a newer build and it's still on cesspool, expect that you'll have to convert it to septic in the future. Right now we're in Mokuleia, very close to Camp Mokuleia, which is a great camping spot I used to come to with my family. It's a wonderful place to be quiet and to get away and to enjoy the stars at night. You'll see a lot of stars out here on this side of the island. Now across the street is Dillingham Airfield. You get to watch skydivers land and take off. It's pretty fun. There's gliding there as well. And then right next to that is Dillingham Ranch. That's 1,000 acres. There's a prominent wedding venue there, and it was just purchased for $36 million. As far as we know, Oprah didn't buy that. The weather here is pretty dry, being that we're right here by Kaena Point. It's so crazy to me that people can live here their whole life and never see this spot. It really is probably the most unique spot on the island of Oahu. In Waialua, what you see is what you get. It'll never change. No plans for new development like Ewa or Kaka'ako, no commercial space, no retail, no restaurants, and that's just perfect. If you want to learn more about Waialua, get in touch with us at info@dwellhawaii.com. We would love to help.